Welcome to Metaphysical Poetry. Today we will talk about 17th century and analyze the poem The Sun Rising by Donne.
Alright, before we get into the sun rising, I will talk about historical context in 17th century period. The Sun Rising poem is in 17th century. Queen Elizabeth I has no heirs. The throne was changed to the Stuart dynasty. The Stuart dynasty was intense struggle between the king and the parliament. In James I, or the Jacobean period, England and Scotland are united in Ker, the Gunpowder Plot, and as them broke up the English Parliament and the Pilgrim Fathers land in New England, America. In Charles I Kill, England declared a Commonwealth, got a civil war between the courtier and cavalry of King Charles I and the Parliament. When English is no king, there is interregnum and Commonwealth. The protectorate of Oliver Cromwell, King Puritan, came to power and society changed. After that, the Stuart dynasty come back to call this era the Restoration period. King Charles II was the Great Fire of London, the restoration of King and the Anglican Church. King was brought back to England to bring the sense of order. In James II dynasty, he tried to establish Catholicism. James II was deposed from the throne caused violence and peaceful revolution. After many revolutions, the England could not live, so they invite Hanoverian to come back and limit power of the king.
Writing technique. The Sun Rising is a 30-line poem in 3 stanzas, written with the poet or lover as the speaker. The matter is irregular, ranging from 2 to 6 stanzas per line in no-fixed pattern. The longest lines are generally at the end of the 3 stanzas, but John's focus here is not on perfect regularity, the line. However, never varies each stanza running A, B, B, A, C, D, C, D, E, E. The poet's tone is smoking and railing as it addresses the sun, covering an undercurrent of desperate, perhaps even obsessive love, and grandiose ideas of what his lover is. And in 3 stanzas, the first 4 lines create arguments, the next 4 lines support arguments, and the final couplet, EE, is the conclusion. Subject matter. Major theme in The Sun Rising. The power of God's love, nature, and creation is the major theme of this poem. Throughout the poem, the speaker develops the idea that his love is grand, that even the universe itself exists within their pure relationship. He considers himself the ruler of the universe, and in doing so he paints the whole world in a small bedroom. He's beautiful. He defied the power of the sun, claiming that the sun could not exercise its power in the lover's territory. For him, it should disappear and bother others. In the end, he commands the sun to warm them in bed.
Alright, let's clarify some part of this poem. Thy beams, so reverent and strong, why should thou think? It means why do the sun think he's so big and clever? It could eclipse and cloud them with a wing. It shows how powerful the speaker is, and one of the ideas here was the sort of humanism or human-centered universe, but that I would not lose her sight so long. A speaker would want to stop looking at his lover. If her eyes have not blinded thy, look, and tomorrow let. Tell me with the boldness of spite and mind, beware thou lips them, or lie here with me. Where the boldness of spite and mind is the New World references and the ideas of imperialism that there are spiteful raging and mining operations in the eastern and western India at the time. And this slide shows us the British society in 17th century. And what makes a metaphysical is the metaphor that is so unrealistic, but it expresses the feeling of speaker, and it also incorporates geography and astronomy into the poem as a way of showing of the speaker's love.